to another episode and edition of the Fight Factory podcast right here on My Fandom. That's right. Not only everybody wants to call it Premier Wrestling, we're making the transition. It's happening. Big day coming on June 17th. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. Ooh. Dave Sturchio, Tommy Dee, and of course,
right here.
Shay.
Power Cuff D. It ain't Tommy D. It's Power Cuff D.
Okay. Don't ever do that again.
I had to. I don't know why. I just felt like I needed to do it to embarrass myself.
And I actually put you over to Diamond Dallas Page.
You did.
I know.
Noticed
It
that.
was such a. I felt dirty even doing it. I was like, why am I even mentioning this guy to Diamond Dallas Page as if he's ever going to know who the hell he is?
I was hoping I got one of those phone calls like he calls people.
He calls people?
He does. I was hoping I got one of those calls to be like, hey, so listen.
He's such a mark.
Listen, if you're not doing anything in July, you want to come to Jersey?
We talked to him already. We talked to him and his wife. I didn't tell you that?
No.
Yeah, good old KM hooked it up as far as a phone call.
I knew that he spoke to
Yeah, no,
Mrs.
we spoke to him.
Page.
He had something going on in Atlanta all weekend into the week of our show. So can't do it. Sorry, Diamond Dallas Page. Next summer, brother. We'll do it. And the Fight Factory Wrestling presents The War on the Shore 2. Speaking of The War on the Shore, tickets are on sale right now. Obviously, everybody knows that. warontheshore.eventbrite.com. Moving. They're moving. Tommy's, Tommy from the road all of a sudden. Every day now this week, he's been hitting me up saying, hey, just sold more. So I don't know if you're holding him up at gunpoint or whatever, but thank you.
Well, it's, hey, do you want this job working here? I see that you're a wrestling fan. So
you're going to hurt him? You're going to hurt him? You're going to take him to the fucking, oh, God. Anyway, Chris Payne is still on assignment, a.k.a. basking in the sun of Aruba. Right now, but he did call me today from his wife's cell phone. He's like, she paid for the international plan. I was like, it's Aruba. Is that still international?
Yeah.
Is it? Mm-hmm. All right. Well, anyway, thanks for the extra minutes on the phone. But yeah, things are moving along very, very well. We got the belts that are being made right now. The championship belts, both men's and women's premier championships. Do I regret naming them the premier championships a little bit now that Premier Wrestling's kind of going away?
No,
because I think it's a different feel. It's a different.
It's a good name. Like it's the Fight Factory Premier
Championship.
So it's the Premier.
Yeah, because every other I don't
heavyweight,
like. Well, not only that, I don't like when little small independent
world
companies, world heavyweight. Like, yeah, whose world? Your own? Because that's really what we're talking about here.
Well, that's why people say that they think it's funny that they call Super Bowl or even MLB championships world championships. Well, you're not really playing anybody from another country.
Yeah, and the National Football League is called the National Football League, but yet now we're playing in Germany, so fuck it, right? Like, don't get me started. I want to give a shout out to Richard, Lucas, Chevy, and Subaru who provide the studio right here in Matawan, New Jersey. So thank you to those guys, and of course, Absolute Eyewear. Happy birthday to Janine today. Listen, loyal supporter of Chop Sports, and now she's a supporter of this from day one. She's been a godsend. She really has. She's been supporting us from Jump Street. Even when Chop Sports, kind of like our daily show went away, she was just like, what else can I support other than Jimmy Palumbo? And I was like, okay, we got this wrestling show. She's like, well, I don't know shit about wrestling. And I was like, you don't need to know anything about wrestling. It's still going to the cause. So shout out to her.
Chris Payne was even part of the Daily Show.
We called him once, or he called us once.
Pissed
or something
off
like
Payne
that.
segment with
Pissed
his
off
messed
Payne.
up hair.
That's
and
right.
This sign right here.
Yes, that's right. I missed that show.
So do I.
I always think of myself like, are we going to just do like one a year, like right before the NFL season starts? Because that's what we did last year. We did like this one reunion show, me and Chris and Gooch, that is. And whatever. We'll see.
I still remember the episode that I actually got you to pop for a while with the, we were talking about our favorite Disney princess characters, and I said the on-land Ariel, hot as hell and can't talk.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't get any better than that. Shay's like,
look, you got Shay laugh again.
Shay's on a roll.
I didn't think you guys would be talking about Disney princesses.
Hey, listen, we're multicultural. We're dads. Like, they got to do this shit. You got cheer, I got dance. There's a whole bunch of fun shit coming up in my life. Also, shout out to Santiago Sports. Go check them out right here in Matawan. They're right next to the Retro Fitness in case you guys want to see some badass WWE, WWF, old school memorabilia, WCW stuff. He posted a picture the other day. He's got, you ever see the chalk line stuff? Have you ever seen the chalk line stuff? It's like a whole, really? You've never seen it? You would flip if you saw chalk line. Chalk line's a brand that shows like vintage WWE shit. Mm-hmm. The shorts that he was wearing were Shawn Michaels shorts, like the red and the white. They're awesome. I got to show you after the show. It's Chalkline has changed the game. You would love some of the Razor Ramon shit they got too.
Yeah, I'm a little overdue on
Tommy.
that gear.
Tommy, fill us in. What does RMJ do again?
They are an environmental service.
Yes.
They do oil tanks, test soil, everything that you need to make sure that your soil and your house is safe and heated for the winter.
Okay. And of course, Super Bird Tequila, Tommy Tequila. I spoke to him the last time I spoke to him.
Not
No,
me.
Tommy Tequila, last time I spoke to him was the end of the Rangers season. Unfortunately, we're both Paisan Ranger fans. But yeah, that whole season went up in smoke, so we don't have to talk about that. And of course, our friend Serge over at Mutts and Pups. They do dog walking, dog sitting. I went on their website the other day, and the services. Now, look, again, if you want babysitters for humans, call Shay. If you want, dog walkers and people that'll go to your house, there's a service on this website that if you go to their house, they'll stay over. It's a little weird to me, but they will do that.
We actually have, there's a kid that we used to have that came to stay at our house, like if we went away.
Yeah, it's
watch our
like a
dogs.
house sitting / dog sitting all in one. So go check out Serge. You can find him at 908-652-6685. So those are the sponsors. You could see all of our wonderful sponsors on our new little Outlook layout and however it's
I don't
done.
know where I am on the screen, so I hope I'm pointing the right
They're
way.
over there near Tommy, across the way from near Tommy. And, of course, Superbird's down here somewhere. And, yeah, that's all in the post, and I can't see shit.
Speaking of Superbird,
Tequila.
Eddie Gordon, former UFC fighter. He won
yes.
Ultimate Fighter Season 19.
How many fucking seasons are they on?
He was on the season that Frankie Edgar coached against BJ
I can't
Penn.
let you get close.
The one that Frankie Edgar coached against BJ Penn.
Okay.
Eddie was a big friend of our show when we did the MMA stuff, and he does like these TikTok posts, and he put having some Patron because I'm down 11 pounds, and I tagged him. I was like, next time have some Superbird tequila.
There you
It's
go,
right in
Tommy.
your neighborhood.
There you go. So shout out to all the
I
sponsors.
can't wait to finally have some.
It's good stuff.
Tommy.
Smooth. It's not.
We got the same name.
Not sending you a care package. Get over yourself.
Airplane bottles are fine.
But yeah, so like I said, war on the shore. We're looking good right now. Everything's looking good. I keep checking the weather every day. I saw clouds the other day. I was like, okay, clouds is fine. I don't give a shit. Clouds, great. You know what? In fact, I embrace it because I don't feel like melting out there either. But again, it's at night, so who gives a shit? As long as it ain't raining
also by the water,
or
too.
lightning, we're good. And so pray for all of that as you go to bed tonight after this show. And
my inside information inside Tiki Bar is bartenders are actually fighting to be working that night.
I actually got I DM'd. I can't remember her name.
How crazy
I'll
is
give
that
her a
people are
shout.
fighting to be working on a Tuesday night, not a Friday.
Let's see,
Not
what
a
the hell's her
Saturday, a
name?
Tuesday night to be part of this event.
Her name is Jordan. She's a bartender over at Tiki Bar. And she's very pumped that she is officially working that night. So she's on staff. So Jordan's ready. I know everybody else is ready.
I think I wonder if she was the one that was in the video at Ray Jazz last
No,
week.
that was that girl, that blonde works at Big Shots or used to work at Big Shots as well. So I remember her. I forget her name. Jess. That was she's awesome too. Everybody down there is great. They've been treating us wonderfully. Very excited about it. Again, I can't say enough about the prep that's going into this thing. It's crazy. It's keeping me up at night, but you know what? It's all going to be worth it at the end of the night when we're all kind of just like, I do want a moment, and I've pictured this in my head already, that after the show is done and people are filing either to the streets or to the bar, however they want to do, there's just going to be this moment where me, you, and Payne got to get in the ring and just look out into the ocean and just say, like, we fucking did it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and I think that there's going to be a moment that I'll never forget because, again, this was Payne's baby, but then as it morphed, it started to become our baby. And, like, it just, I don't know, man. I'm just very excited about it. I think it's going to be a great time. And it's something that the Jersey Shore needed, unlike, other companies
Listen,
that tried
guys,
to run on the boardwalk next to the porta potty.
Imitation might be the greatest form of flattery, but if you're going to imitate, at least be somewhat decent at it.
Just try. I mean, I'm not asking for much. I mean, I'm not asking for your heavyweight champion to not look like he's not missed a meal in fucking, I can't even tell you how long, and hasn't seen the inside of a gym.
And the funny
his
thing about
cut-off
that is-
sleeve T-shirt.
Remember
Fuck.
remember when I cut that initial promo for that independent wrestler is going to try and help me get into a company?
I don't remember. Who was that? Was he on that show?
He was the heavyweight champion.
Oh my God. Dude, again, I'm not in the business to body shame. I hate myself. You ask Shay. In I'm just like, how do I sit?
Yeah, we need different.
What do we do?
Chairs.
I don't know. Like, I'm not out there to body shame anybody, but respect the craft, respect the business, look the part. I don't ask for much. Even the referee looked like shit. I don't even know how you do that. The guy was wearing a fucking headband. Like, okay, yeah, cool, it's hot. Headband, my man, right? And then I found out who the ring announcer was, and I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I know exactly who he is. I've worked next to him, side by side. And
damn you, Chernoff.
There's no there's no shame in some of these guys' games, and I just don't understand it, man. I just take some pride in pro wrestling. I don't really understand the whole. It's weird because it's like, again, I don't try to pick on anybody.
You don't have to fit the mold of a what is it that Cornette calls it, outlaw mud show. You don't have to fit that mold. You can try to make it look somewhat as professional as possible.
Here's the thing. There are people in wrestling, and I learned this coming up, that had, whether their physique was off, they knew how to hide it. If you're a bigger guy, you wear a singlet. If you're a smaller guy, you don't wear trunks. You're right. There's certain little nuances that you can do to enhance the rest of yourself. But if you go out there looking like a trash bag with arms, like, I don't understand why you got into the business in the first place. And you know what? It's funny because a lot of those guys on that roster, and I saw a lot of the pictures, y'all were in our DMs. How did you expect me to? There's no way. Like, look at and again, look at our quality of booking as far as talent, and then look at pretty much anybody else's, and it's just like, give yourself a little bit of something, just, I don't know. I couldn't get behind it. I think the people that run that show are a bunch of carny fucking weirdos that one of them I've worked for, right? And I've gotten paid to wrestle for, and he hasn't stopped, and he should have a long time ago, but I digress. Anyway, let's get into some WWE wrestling. Monday Night Raw. So Raw starts off. Obviously, last week they cut off the kiss, and I don't know if that was by design. You say it was.
I really think it was.
I say it wasn't. Because again, once that 11 o'clock buzzer hits, or 11:01, or back in our day, 11:07 was the time. You were allowed to go over.
I don't think USA really cares
Stockings
about that.
could take a break.
I don't think USA really cares about overruns. And it was perfect that they did it, because now it was the intrigue for people to watch more to see what happens next, right?
Well, not even that. They also bragged about the social numbers that it did. So clearly, everybody under the sun.
I think they did it. Look,
there's always a method to the madness.
And AEW, they did a lot of their stuff online too. It's just, 70 billion eyeballs to maybe 15 million.
I don't know.
Different story.
Doesn't matter. Liv and Dom opened the show. Liv kept going after Dom. Finn Balor had to come out, pretty much tell her to back off.
Yeah, but did you see more of the things that she, on social media?
She's a little fucking baddie, bro. I'm sorry.
She took a picture, kissing Dom's face on the side of one of the trucks.
Bro, did you also see the video that they posted on Instagram? And they scrolled, and Liv liked every single Dom post. It's like one of those psycho chicks, and it's like, this is playing into the Liv Morgan Revenge Tour. Like, not only did I take your belt,
I'm going to take your man too.
You know what I mean? So again, here come the more. It's not really. They're mad.
That's what it is in the storyline.
Yeah, in the story of a lovely lady named Rhea Ripley.
Yeah.
That's her man. I got a question. Ludwig Kaiser and Sheamus had a great match.
They beat the shit out of each other.
We all know that Sheamus is coming into his latter years, right? Like, he's clearly...
He was dealing with spinal stenosis, too.
Yeah, so he's going through the ringer here, right? So we all know Sheamus' legacy. He's a former champion. He won the championship in like 8 seconds one time against Daniel Bryan. Like, there's a bunch of cool shit that Sheamus... He was like, I think if I'm not mistaken, he was like handpicked by Triple H too. Like, he's one of Triple H's guys, so that's why they're loyal to the guy.
There's one belt that he hasn't won.
What's that?
The IC belt.
Interesting. But my question was about Kaiser. What's his ceiling? Because... he does look like $1 million. I mean, they call him a Ken doll because, he looks like a fucking Ken doll. Got the slicked hair and the abs and all that shit.
He's also Mr. Stratton. He's with Tiffany Stratton.
Is he really?
Yeah.
God bless
they
you,
just
son.
moved in together.
Wow. Listen to you, TMZ. Bum, bum, bum. Like,
This is depressing.
oh, my God. Yeah, I know, right? Another one off the market.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tommy.
It's depressing.
No, but
Liv's
what's it?
single, though.
Where's my lawyer? So what is the ceiling for a Kaiser?
I don't know. Kaiser's like
Can you see him main eventing WrestleMania one day?
no. Kaiser
Probably
is
not,
like
right?
a Virgil with personality.
Solid comparison, because he's like the handler, the guy that's. But he talks. Virgil didn't talk.
That's
He
why I
just-
said he's a Virgil with personality.
Yeah, all right. Because I feel like if he can go with Sheamus, which clearly he can go with anybody. You know, like him and Gunther would probably have a fucking banger.
That's
And
eventually going to happen.
you would think, right?
That's
like,
eventually gonna happen. That's gonna blow
Imperium's
off.
going to implode, and then whatever.
But I don't see him main event status at all. I see him as a perfect mid-carder, or as they say on the inside, a good hand.
It's a shame because it's like when you're overshadowed by so much star power and you know your limit. Like, this is the highest I'll get on the card. You might be able to main event a Raw here and there.
Yeah, like
you
that.
know?
But I'm talking about like Royal Rumble, WrestleMania. It's
I
never
could
gonna
see
happen.
him as a King of the Ring one day. You know, if that's a ceiling for him. Or maybe an Intercontinental Championship run down the line.
They're going to have to take him and Dragunov and put them on two completely different shows.
Dragunov's another one.
You're going to have to
That
put them
dude
on
is a
two completely
fucking
different
stud.
shows because he's going to outshine a lot of people.
I said to this match. Finn Balor defeats Dragon Lee. Great. After
Wasn't
the match.
a bad match.
I got to get Braun Strowman's new shirt. It just says big SOB on it. I'm like, perfect.
I like his Mance Warner haircut too.
Yes. He's listen, he's evolved again from. Do you remember what that guy looked like when he first came on board? He looked fucking homeless.
That was
and he
back.
looked like
That
a
was back when
massive-
he was a power lifter back then.
Yeah, now it seems like he's regulated his weight, where he's still always going to be this monster of a man, but like he's leaner now and he can move a little better. And like, because when he first came on with the Wyatts, I didn't think the guy was like a statue. Like, it was hard for me to
Did
even
you
get
see what he
behind.
was before that? He
What,
one
NXT?
Of the, he was one of the extras. He was dressed as like a Roman soldier. You remember, right, Jay?
Yeah.
Wow, see, I don't remember that.
He looked just like the dude from Bloodsport.
Oh, Jesus. All right. Sammy versus Gable, official for Clash at the Castle. Otis helped Sammy Otis helped Gable beat up Sammy. Something's got to give here, man. Like,
this
when is
whole-
Clash at the Castle?
Next Saturday.
Next Saturday.
Next Saturday, okay.
This whole thing with Gable, it's like very Bloodline vibes ish.
I wouldn't go that far.
It's ish. I
You
said.
don't like it, or you like
I
it?
do. I like it. Because they keep showing him in the background with the Creed brothers every time somebody's back there, like doing a.
Interesting.
Which I always saw him with the Creed brothers more than I saw him with Otis. I mean, I get it. Otis is the comic relief, but now they're, the fans are like strapping a rocket to Otis, and I think you're kind of making beds in a burning house because he's never going to win the.
Making beds in a
He's
burning
never going to
house.
win the. He's never going to win the.
Put that in your
heavyweight
memoir,
championship.
Tommy. Listen, it's going to be a great match. Sammy and Gable will absolutely deliver, but we all know where it's going. There's got to be a turn at some point.
Gable's got to win. Sammy, I like Sammy a lot,
Because I could see
but he's won the IC belt.
I could see
already.
Sammy winning again at this, and then somebody completely different coming in as the contender for the IC title, because then you could set up Gable and Otis by themselves.
I think Gable needs a singles championship at this point. He's won me over. As a
Jay, you hear
heel,
that?
yeah.
You hear all these fucking jerk offs that are coming
Wait.
around to my boy Gable?
As a
Come
heel,
on.
as a heel,
Been saying it for fucking 6
But
months.
as a heel, he won me over. As a goofy baby face,
Thank you.
it was trying to. It was
I don't
trying
give a
too hard
shit.
to
It was
be
awesome.
fucking
I loved it.
Kurt Angle trying too
I
hard.
love it. Kurt Angle had the fucking what were they called? The world's greatest tag team.
Yeah, but that was
Benjamin and Haas.
Yeah, but that looks now. Gable looks like a cheap imitation. Some things should
Oh.
just be for that one person.
I think he looks better.
Whoa,
Body wise,
better than Kurt Angle.
yeah. I can't say better worker yet. I'm just saying. I'm talking about like the look of Gable. He's fucking like a statue. Chiseled out of stone.
You are higher than an eagle's asshole over the Grand Canyon.
You got that? It's another memoir.
Without pain here, I get to kind of spread
Couple
my
zingers.
wings a little
Couple
bit.
zingers, yeah. Pain usually.
I'm a peacock. You got to let me fly.
Braun Breaker defeats Ricochet.
Oh my God. Fucking Braun Breaker.
Dude.
The coolest Frankensteiner I've ever seen in my life. No hands, nothing.
Hey, bro, he is an alpha male. He is a locomotive. We said it last week. We were singing his praises. I'll do it every week if I have to.
You can't
This
knock the
dude
hustle. He's
is
amazing.
a fucking star in the making, and it's like he gets better every week. He looks like $1 million.
Even Myron Reed was sharing his stuff. Myron Reed's not a WWE employee. He doesn't work for AEW. He should have a contract somewhere. Myron Reed is terrific.
Why didn't we think about Myron Reed for War of the Shore? Huh?
Another flight.
Another flight. We're already down. We're at our max of flights. Damn
flight.
it, Steph. Damn it, Matt. Damn it, Kyoto.
I love Myron Reed. He was terrific in MLW. He's had some stints in TNA. But even he was sharing Braun Breaker shit. He said, this man is built different.
They say he runs the ropes in the over 20 miles an hour. Like, that's just, it's not human. And you got to think that Papa Steiner is proud. You know, like, it's
amazing that, you know, he's Rick's son, but he's all Scott.
right.
He is all Scott.
He is all Uncle Scott.
Yeah,
right.
he is all Scott.
That dude, like I said, man, you can't say enough good shit about him because it's just like he keeps doing it every week. You know, it's one of those things where it's like, you know, eventually he's gonna start, you know, scratching the itch of becoming a world champion.
And I'll keep saying it, like when you say about how fast he's coming, I would not want to take that spear.
Yeah, I mean, he'll break you in half. You know, long-term booking for this guy, like maybe he does run through the roster where like a Ricochet.
He's definitely,
he's going to get Dragunov next week, right?
He's got heavyweight championship potential.
He's got a date with Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
If you put those two hosses in a ring together, the ring won't stand. So Kiana James defeats Natalya. The only thing I'll say about this, yay for Natalya to put over young talent.
But that's what she's doing. That's
She's
what
supposed
she's been
to do
doing.
that.
And you know what? That's good.
Did you hear a little one-liner she dropped, Natalya?
Oh, there's about to be a heel turn coming.
Enough is enough, and it's time for a change.
Yeah,
Paying
as soon as
homage
she said-
to Mr. Owen Hart.
Well,
awesome.
the anniversary
Is that
pretty much just came up.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay. But anyway, great homage. Maybe she comes out with caution tape. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, something's coming with her. She needs it. She needs a little bit of some kind of facelift or something.
I'm okay with her facelift. Really?
Not like that.
But to say, I think we've seen enough. I think she's done that enough. You're perfect the way you are, Natalya. Just stop. Especially your sister. You can keep going. I think it's great that she's putting over the younger talent. You know what I mean? And her and TJ were one of the ones that were working with Jade in Jade's lull as to where she's been. Like, so Jade was working there. So you say whatever you want about Natalya. She, in ring for the women, she was a technical wizard.
I think she's just overstayed her welcome as far as like as an on-screen presence. She'd be a phenomenal producer. You know what I mean? Like if she starts mapping out matches and shit. But again, she's gonna rock until the wheels fall off, and rightfully so, because if she's a heart, she's a fucking,
and she can still go,
and she can still go. Absolutely, I just think that the character needs a little bit of a, you know, I don't know what, and maybe it's coming now, which is great. But
that's
it
what they
needs
said
something.
about Owen too.
Yeah,
you know, his heel turn was great, and being part of the fucking Nation of Domination. Are you kidding me?
Do you remember Jason Sensation?
Oh my god,
remember that guy? I'm not a nugget. Yeah. Oh my god, what a great fucking guy that guy was. He got. You know what pissed me off? This did piss me off a little bit. Now we're going right back to Raw is War back in like '98. So there was a period of time where Shawn Michaels was on commentary around the same time as Jason Sensation was doing his voices and shit. So they brought Jason Sensation onto commentary, and he kept mocking out Owen Hart. I'm an aardvark, right? Like all this shit, right? And fucking Owen Hart appears on the screen. And he's like, hey, you, Jason Sensation, you keep my name out your mouth. You do it one more time, I'm going to come down and slap the taste out of your mouth. And then Jerry the King, being the instigator that he is, he's like, come on, do more Owen, right? And he does it again. And then Owen Hart comes out and slaps the shit out of Jason Sensation. You know what pissed me off the most?
What?
Shawn Michaels not doing anything. I hate that. I hate when former wrestlers, and this goes for Corey Graves and anybody who's ever Booker T, guys who have been in the ring and have had a career in the ring, when things, even Jerry the King in his prime, when things go awry around commentary, you pretend as if you've never fucking had a fight in your life.
Well, I mean,
Step the fuck up. Even Michael Cole is getting in people's faces at this point.
Devil's advocate here. Why would Sean have stepped up for him?
It's because he's a good guy.
But was he back then?
He wasn't a heel. He was a face. It was after the Stone Cold, after all that shit. Yeah. You don't sit there and let the kid get smacked in the face. But that, yeah, anyway. Back to the normal present time. Braun Strowman defeats Carlito. Great. Braun tried to get after Dom. Liv came out to protect Dom. I'm also noticing that Dom's shoulder injury or whatever, either, I don't know what he's got going on, but my man lost his sling and used his arm to, like, prop himself up. So I don't know what kind of injury he's got going on, but I'm at the point now where I think he's recovered and he's ready to go, and that just exposed it a little bit. And I'm not trying to, like, peel back the curtain. I just think that enough's enough. You know, like, if you're hurt, you're hurt. If you're not, stop getting involved with fucking Braun Strowman.
Look at Cowboy Bob Orton. He had a
cast on for 40 years.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Used it as a weapon. Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. I can't say enough about these women. I really can't.
I said it from
fucking
jump.
phenomenal.
I knew that this was the route that they were going to go, putting them in a tag team. Until,
so good.
And their match is going, when they eventually do break up, that match is going to be very good.
I was talking to, briefly, Patrick Walker, who is a DallasCowboys.com writer who now is covering professional wrestling as well. So I was telling him, I was like, is
he coming to the War at the Shore?
He should. I wish. He might be dealing with training camp.
It's all right. It's the Cowboys.
Hey,
come on.
Whoa.
That's right. I can't say that again because you do nothing but compliment the Raiders, so I can't bust your balls.
I always compliment the Raiders.
I can't bust your balls.
Except when Dak goes there via trade. If it ever happens, I'll fucking... The wall behind me, I'm running through it. But I will say, when I was talking to him, I said, it's like as if you ask Google or Siri, hey, Google, hey, Siri, make me the perfect female wrestler. And just for shits and gigs, do it twice. That's what you have with Jade and Bianca. They're flawless. Their body of work, their in-ring work. Say what you want about Jade because we haven't really seen her go. But what she's done and what she's delivered in the ring is better every week. You can't say nothing.
What it is Bianca can hide the things that Jade doesn't do well yet.
And that's what tag team wrestling could do for you.
Bingo. That was the problem. When she was over in AEW, they were just giving her nothing but squash matches.
Right.
The best match that she had was her last one against Chris Statlander.
Statlander can go.
Statlander can carry the match.
Right.
Just like Payne was saying with Dom. Best thing to do is you put him in a good faction like he's in right now. You kind of hide his flaws so that the other things that he does well come out.
I still think he smirks too much.
A little bit.
I think he's like very happy to be there type deal. Like he's like giddy that he's still on the roster.
Part of me can't blame him, right?
No, I know. I mean, you're messing around with some of the coolest fucking legends of the game. Your dad is Rey Mysterio. All this shit is still surreal to you, but you gotta, if you're gonna be the dirty Dom that you are and the heel that you are, stop smiling. Stop smiling.
Just like Payne said, they were able to hide him to accentuate the stuff that he does do well. And that's what Jade has now with Bianca Belair. Because let's face it, and I'm sure, Shay, you'll at least agree with me, Jade was AEW's carbon copy of Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair was the women's champion. It was the very big focus.
Makes sense.
And Tony Khan said he wanted to be the most diverse company, so he slapped a championship on Jade. But he Goldberged her because once she lost, there was nothing else. He had nothing planned for her.
Next thing you know, she kicks Bret Hart in the face, and everybody hates her for the rest of her life.
I wonder if that's on episode 2 of.
Did you watch Who Killed WCW?
I did.
Fuck you then. I literally asked you for one favor, goddammit, and you couldn't figure it out. I'm trying to figure out how to stream Vice. If anybody knows how to stream Vice who doesn't have to sign up for fucking Tubi or anything like that, let me know because I can't do it.
Yeah, but I could give you the website.
I have Hulu.
I could give you the website that you could watch it now. Like it's already been
done.
Yeah, I can give you that. Yeah, I can give you that.
Do that. I want to watch it tonight.
But yeah, it was
good? Don't spoil anything.
It was. They didn't really get into the meat and potatoes of a lot.
So what, a 4-part series?
I guess, yeah. So the very first episode was kind of just like the introduction into how they figured. It was a collaborative effort to disassemble WCW, kind of like what we're seeing with AEW now.
We're not seeing that. Anyway, Jey Uso declared himself Money in the Oos. It's Money in the Bank. He's declaring himself for that. Did you look up something for me, Shay?
Yeah, I couldn't find anything for the Vice thing.
Oh, trust me, I've looked hard. I was the other night. I'm scrambling. I even text Gooch. I'm like, yo, you still got Hulu Live? He's like, no. And I was like, of course you don't. Like, because if you have Hulu Live, you can watch Vice. If you have everything under the sun, you can watch Vice. You can't watch it on YouTube TV. That I pay $75
The problem with that is the way that Hulu did it now. If you're not like the main account, like I could give you my login, you wouldn't be able to watch it live.
What?
Yeah, you can't. They're Netflixing it.
Oh,
kind
those
of.
fucking greedy pieces of shit.
That's why we had to
You
end
won't
up,
see this show on Hulu. That's for damn sure.
That's why we had to
See
end up
this
getting,
on the
we had to end up
YouTube.
getting Netflix because I was like, look, I'm not missing Raw.
That's
in
another one that's
January.
going up. Bro, I cut the cord and I thought I was going to save a bunch of money on my car insurance, but I didn't. I feel like I spend more money now on the apps that I have between Disney Plus and ESPN Plus and Hulu and Max and fucking.
You don't roll the ESPN?
I got it all together. But I'm just saying, even that one was like, oh, you want this live? Guess what, player? You're going to have to spend another $30 a month. And I'm like, no, fuck you, not doing it. There's my fucking cable rant. Anyway.
We're not broke, folks.
No, we're not. I just.
Damn.
Look at all the fucking sponsors over there.
Yeah,
we're not broke. I'm
we're
fine.
not broke.
Io Sky attacked Valkyria backstage. Don't really care.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not doing it for me. Authors of Pain defeat the New Day. All right, cool.
I love the Authors of Pain.
You like them just because
do.
they hurt Pain?
No, I always did like them.
Did you finally hear? It was 2 weeks ago, not this past week. Did you finally hear Xavier Woods refer to them as Toka and Razor?
Yeah.
As like the fucking guys from Ninja Turtles?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was hilarious. As a Ninja Turtles fan, I was like,
always
pop.
liked the way that they look. That's what wrestler to me look like. Big, giant people that you wouldn't fuck with if you walked up.
They both look like
in a bar. You know what I mean?
They both look like a smash version of Vargas. Like both of them. At some point, they have to. One of them's got to. He's Dominican. Yeah, he's Dominican. Destroyer. Hello. I think one of them has to be Dominican, and one of them's
No, they're both Iranian.
I would say the same thing, but that's racist. So it's not.
Yeah, I think they're both Iranian.
Damian Priest ended the show by defeating Rey Mysterio.
That match I could have did without.
Yeah. After the match, Drew McIntyre comes out, attacks Priest. Are we seeing a? Look, every time you see Judgment Day on the screen, whether it be a backstage promo, music, match, they're getting cheered. They're getting cheered. It's just like they're not getting booed out of the building. The only one who gets booed out of the building is Dom.
And they're not even booing him because they don't like him. They're booing him because that's just the thing
the shtick.
to do.
And even, I can't say enough about fucking JD McNugent or JD McDonough. That dude sells his ass off for everybody.
Yeah.
He is like a human torpedo. They just throw him all over the place. And it's just like, holy shit, this guy is fucking great. He reminds me of a lesser
bodied Chris Benoit.
No. Well, that too. But I was going to say Ziggler, where he just sells his ass off for everybody, makes everybody look like $1 million, and they're never actually going to give him his burn or love. I mean, I can't see fucking JD McDonough as a champion right now.
I could see him as a...
They bring back 205 Live let him do the speed
I could see
thing.
him as a United States champion. I could see him as a tag champion.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe IC. That's kind of pushing it.
Yeah, might be pushing it. Shay.
Dave,
Time check.
33 minutes.
Look at that. It's like, I'm good at this. All right. Let's start talking about some AEW. I don't start talking too much trash because nobody wants to get in trouble here. But it will start off with
That was a shot.
MJF,
Shot.
which I was very, very excited to see. MJF comes out, looks great, has a new look to him, not so much like suit and thing. He's more like Triple H when he first came back. And he even said it in an interview. He said, look, man, it was a very impactful return for when Triple H came back from his surgery. And he came out and paid homage to it on night one. Now he's got the black on black with the logo, blah, blah, blah. He's talking a whole bunch of shit, which MJF does better than anybody else. He's talking about the Rainmaker, talking about his body weight, talking about Swerve Strickland, which Swerve, by the way, came back with a great retaliation towards the end of the night. Basically said, called him a bitch, like, come get it. You're going to get it too, blah, blah, blah.
Wasn't he, didn't Swerve and MJF wrestle?
It was like right at the end. Yeah, right at the end of before MJF went away. But anyway, their Roosh comes out. He starts spitting off stuff in Spanish. And MJF in typical MJF form was just like, I didn't get any of that. Can you run it all back? Can you say it all again?
Weird. Like now they're gonna start a program with him and Roosh.
I just don't. Yeah, I don't see it being, because here's the thing with MJF.
Are they trying to give Roosh the rub?
I think so.
Of wrestling with the biggest name, because
have
AEW
to.
needed MJF badly.
Oh yeah, and he's there. And he had me tuning in. Right, so that if I, who don't typically watch AEW a lot or religiously like some others, he had me watching, and I was very excited to see it.
I gotta sit there and look at Shay in the goddamn shirt.
Yeah, I wore it to piss you off.
She wore an AEW shirt today, folks.
He woke up and chose violence.
Yeah, she did. But yeah, so great promo. Looks like we're gonna get something out of that. We'll see. And then I can't tell you what the fuck happened after that.
We're gonna get it on fucking Rampage or Collision.
Ray Phoenix defeats Jay Lethal, Kyle O'Reilly, and Orange Cassidy become the #1 contender for the International Championship. I would have given that to Lethal.
Who's got Okada? Okada's got that, right?
Osprey.
Ooh, all right. Ray Phoenix and Osprey.
What belt does Okada have?
Probably the Super Duper Japan
Continental Championship.
Oh.
It looks like fucking Titan Championship Wrestling. Everybody had a belt in the.
He said it. He said it.
Everybody had the belt. Like, oh yeah, bro, I'm a fucking champ. Like, oh yeah, where'd you buy that one? Shop.com. Like, fuck off.
Same place Pain Bought is.
Yeah, exact. That one right there. He bought too. Mark Briscoe defeats Brian Cage for the TNT Championship ladder match. Oh, I'm sorry, TNT Championship ladder match qualifier. What the fuck are we doing? I don't understand. So he beat Brian Cage. Lost again.
Well, I mean, he won on Saturday.
Hey, and he beat Kevin.
Yeah.
So listen, Kevin's been tossed around.
The Brooklyn Brawler.
Mercedes Monet versus Stephanie Vaquer. Anyway, at Forbidden Door for the title. That's been announced.
Well, that's the
That's
girl from,
the money.
That's the girl from CMLL.
Oh yeah, the one that Nikki the Good got fucking crushed.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you see his Caitlin Clark shit? Whew! That was fucking rough.
I was just messaging with Nikki
He goes,
today.
bro, I've just been called a racist and a hero for the last 24 hours.
I was just messaging with him today to thank him for all these videos that these guys are putting up. He's like, bro, I'm in Jersey. When are you guys inviting me? I go, dude, you're in Jersey. Just fucking come. Hey, guys, I'm going to come down to the studio and jump on the show today. Come on down. Payne's barely ever here.
Where in Jersey is he from? Do you
I
know?
didn't ask. I didn't want to pry that much.
I'll ask him. Yeah, I would love to have him come under here.
Payne's never here, so maybe you could be Payne's replacement. He
Put
could
him
just
on
be
the
wrestling
poster.
guy.
He made his own poster. And I was like, good.
I'm glad, and I'm not glad, but
I don't know
I'm
how
glad,
he did it.
First of all,
that's
I'm glad he
that
didn't
looks
cover,
like the same exact background.
I'm glad he didn't cover Mandy.
He covered Ash, which is just as bad, in my opinion. Don't cover anybody. No, I'm talking about Nikki the Good made his own poster too.
I didn't see that.
You didn't see Nikki Polton? Oh, come on, dude.
I didn't see that
How
one.
did
I
you
don't
not
think
see
I
it?
did.
He fucking posted it 17 fucking times.
You know what it is? When I see us tag this, I just retweet. I either quote retweet it or just retweet it without really looking because I'm doing my 5%.
Nikki the Good. Hold on, I'm trying to fucking. Here
But
we
yeah,
go.
dude, he would be hysterical on here.
Oh, of course he would.
But I mean, the amount of work that these two have been doing on fucking Twitter,
Listen,
I love it.
Nikki the Good's
absolutely love it.
20-minute promo. So maybe we'll throw that up in post, but it's hilarious. But I don't know how he fucking did it. Like, how did he remove everybody? Like,
Listen,
very talented.
he's
That
good.
Nikki the Good.
Listen,
And
when you get there's a book on how to Photoshop really good. I had it when I was going to computer school fucking 20 years ago.
computer school. Listen to this guy. What does that even mean?
I was
Computer
going to
school?
I was going to Brick Computer Science Institute.
Were you gonna be an IT guy?
I was actually going for computer graphics and animations, and they closed the fucking school down.
So you quit? That was it? The end of the dream? Because they quit? Because they fucking closed up shop?
Ocean County College was like, yeah, you can come here. Cool.
Ocean County College. My dad went there for a
Yeah,
day.
I was there for one semester,
Sounds
and then I
like
went
that.
to the computer school. And they were when the computer school closed, they were like, all right, well, you could do these courses at Ocean County College. I'm like, okay, well, do I just take computer classes? Well, no, you have to take like Western civilization. I'm like, no.
Yeah, that's not fun. Staying with this, Mercedes, we talked about her. Blackpool Combat Club taking on Esfingy, Magnus, Reguido,
Who cares?
It's just
Who
so
cares?
hard to get behind some of this shit when
Shay
it's
doesn't
like,
care. She watched. Did you even watch?
No, I didn't.
wow,
That's
listen to
2
her.
weeks in a row.
I had plans.
Oh, listen to this.
But you never used to make plans
what
on
was
those
more
nights.
important than watching professional wrestling on a Wednesday?
My friend's birthday.
Fuck her.
Him.
Him. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Who are you to tell her what to do?
I'm
You're her dad.
the boss. All right? I tell her what to do. And who the
I love the face that she just made.
I won't even.
Looks
Oh
scared.
my God.
I don't even know. I don't want to
though.
know. I'm not even gonna look over there as she turns as beet red as humanly possible. Wow.
Not
Anyway,
even looking at you guys.
Soraya defeats Mariah May. Did anybody see the end of that?
Yeah.
What the fuck was that?
Yeah, it's very WWE quote unquote pedophile that they're doing that stuff now.
Pedophile?
Oh yeah, that's what these weird AEW fans are. You know, they say like the stuff with Liv. Can you?
You're right over there, Shane.
No, that was a yawn.
Oh, okay.
Can you honestly
Wow, we're
believe
boring her now.
that these people are sitting there saying that the stuff that's going on with Liv and Dom? Oh, that's of course that's so fed because they're under investigation. Look, she's basically sexually harassing him. I'm just like, are you kidding me right now?
I hate wrestling. I hate wrestling. This show's over. I hate wrestling.
So, and you know, like I love to get my little zingers in there. I've been very good. I haven't been putting myself out there on social media, making fun of them that much. But when they're sharing that, and it's these core people that do it, I'm like, it's pretty funny that this is what you accuse WWE of.
And then Tess on commentary. What the hell are they doing? Like,
What was it last
even
week?
he's lost.
Last week, there was, you know, tits being shoved in one girl's face, and then this week it was just, look.
Sign me up. Let's
Listen,
go.
it's not bothering me because
Not bothering any of us,
You know,
neckbeards.
I'm used to it, but
Wow.
hey,
Anyway, he's not used to anything. Swerve Strickland, skirt, defeats Roderick Strong.
basically keep doing what you're doing. I'm happy to watch that on YouTube.
On Spice. I know everybody's like, fucking Spice. Like, nobody even knows. Nobody even knows.
God, we're old.
I see a nipple. It's like, nah, that was.
Listen, I had the black
nope.
box as a kid, so
Yeah, well, listen.
I
Swerve
stayed
Strick-
home sick a lot.
I watch Price is Right. This guy's watching porn. Swerve Strickland defeats Roderick Strong for the AEW Championship. There's your winner chicken dinner. Look, man, I'm
It's
not.
tough, dude, because
I had
listen,
somebody yesterday, and it's only because I was as nice as possible, so I didn't ruffle any feathers. I was like, it's must see AEW tonight because MJF is back and maybe some Swerve stuff. Like, that's what I want to watch. And then, you know, I would get the comments like, you know, AEW is a fucking cesspool and this, that, and the third. And look, again, we say it every week. I'm rooting for him. I just find it to be glorified indie wrestling structure, not indie wrestling like talent-wise, because they have a extreme amount, an abundance of talent. But it's just like, why did Roderick Strong get a title shot?
Oh, because if you pay attention to the rankings, Roderick Strong is 12-2, so that would make him number 2 anyway.
Okay, well then there's a rhyme and a reason, fine. But like, to me, if I'm an outsider and I'm watching
But-
3 weeks in a row and Swerve has Christian Cage, Roderick Strong, and then next week he's gonna have somebody else for the title, it's like, okay, explain to me why. Like, where's the story?
Oh, God, you sound like the ones that make fun of WWE when you say that.
Well, where's the story?
Yep.
Well, they can't put. Well, first of all, there's not a soul out there that could say anything about WWE storytelling.
Oh, dude, trust me.
You are all morons.
Like the,
If you-
Dragon,
if you-
the Dragon Lee graphic that they put up where he was going against what's his nuts on Raw. I know you love when I say that.
Balor.
Ballard, what's the story? That's what you got. That's what people are saying. What's the story? And you know what? You're right.
You're right. You're not wrong. And
You're right.
if that's one of WWE's very, very few flub ups, you know,
Yeah, you're
so
right.
be it.
But they'll make a story out of it the night of. Whereas, you know, what was Swerve's title defense against what's his nuts O'Reilly?
Kyle O'Reilly.
That's it.
Was that last week?
No, it was his very first defense. Like Swerve wins the belt, and that's who he was going up against, the Ring of Honor, whatever champion that they have, whichever one championship that they have. I don't know. Does it make sense for Roderick Strong? Maybe, but didn't he just lose a title?
I don't know.
Like his last match was a title, and he just
I don't
lost.
know.
So if you're looking at
Maybe
the
if
way
you
they-
would have debuted without using my fucking theme song, things
No,
would have
yeah,
worked out
if
better.
you're
for
looking
you.
at the way they do, like with the UFC or Bellator, if you lose a title fight, your next fight is not against another champion unless you're Chael Sonnen taking it last minute.
Sure.
So yes, people are complaining about that. Is Roderick Strong a bad worker? Of course not. He's a terrific worker. Terrific worker. Should he be going up against Swerve? Absolutely. But Swerve is your heavyweight champion, and you're calling him a working champion, which, okay, he is. But give him some names.
Well, right now, truth be told, if you want to compare apples to apples, Swerve and Cody Rhodes are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, like, all right, now
And
you
I'm
have...
not, but I'm not sitting here saying Cody's run has been great. This is what I was afraid was going to happen because they haven't turned him heel yet. A heel Cody Rhodes having the belt has more allure than the super babyface because eventually they're going to Super Cena him and people are going to get so sick of it. They're going to be the ones to turn.
It's going to happen. The turn
it's
is coming.
To.
Now,
the
listen,
turn is coming. I
coming.
love what he does with the kids, like what he does at the live shows.
Fucking Cena did the same shit.
If you're going to live shows, you know what I mean, and they do that stuff, that's great. I mean, that makes the kid's whole fucking life, right?
Mm.
But for weekly episodic television, it's not going to work.
I mean, look, what you saw, Shay didn't put SmackDown in because I pretty much tell her not to, but what we saw with AJ Styles and Cody with the whole fake retirement thing, even Mark Henry was like, yeah, that's good. That's not bad. So therein lies a story. Good. Then you can ride with that.
And those two had a great match.
100%. And I think they will have another great match at probably Classic at the Castle, or maybe they stretch it to SummerSlam. I don't know.
They should just stretch it to SummerSlam.
I think so too, because it's a great fucking match. But there you have a program and something you could start. Because Cody was falling under that, okay, what's next thing for like 2-3 weeks. We're like, I don't know what the hell's going on.
I seriously think he's got
That's what happened with Swerve. Who, in your mind, just based off the way this shit's booked, who's the next story for Swerve? Because it's not MJF. Because
it should be.
It should be, but it's not because they have him doing the Roosh thing. So who's next?
I mean, it should be MJF. That's the only name that's on my mind.
You would think.
I mean, they're not unless they do Okada, but he's already got the. What are they going to do? Slap 2 belts on Okada?
I don't fucking know.
They already have it booked as Ospreay for Forbidden Door.
Forbidden Ospreay and Swerve. Did they interact at all last night?
I don't even think Ospreay was on the show.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
No,
Ospreay's
gonna... taking a week off,
bruv.
Which everybody's been going nuts about. Because ringside,
you're allowed to take fucking vacation.
But ringside news, they're another one of these like fucking clickbait, dick fuck, dirt sheets, and they put it.
I gotta up our rating on fucking
Will
YouTube.
Ospreay requests a sabbatical. He's taking a week. Everybody's like, "Oh, Triple H is right. He's afraid of the grind." It's just like.
No, everybody needs a way. Listen, if Officer Payne can go on vacation, so can Ospreay.
I mean, look, it's not like he's got to work the WWE schedule.
But again,
he works once a week. I get it.
But again, Ospreay and Strickland build it now. When's Forbidden Door?
The 30th.
Okay, so now you have a month. Get me invested on Swerve and Bruv, because right now there is no investment. Right now, there's nothing.
Swerve will get you invested because Swerve.
I'm invested in Swerve.
Yeah,
I don't like
Bruv.
Get you I don't like Ospreay when he talks. When he works, he's great. When he talks, he annoys me. But and that's just me, my opinion, my fucking,
You're not, dude. You're
my
not
body by choice.
I feel. It's not. I feel the same way. I don't like when he does an off the cuff promo. It
just
doesn't. It doesn't work.
Doesn't resonate. It doesn't slap, as the kids say.
It's like when Jungle Juice does it. It doesn't work for me when he does a promo. It doesn't.
It doesn't work for me.
But Ospreay in ring, name me one better.
Huh?
Ospreay in the ring, name me one better.
Oh, Ospreay's one of the best in the world.
I think he's leaps and bounds better than Kenny Omega, and I've always felt that.
Okay, well then again, like we said, like we're doing this right now. By the time we talk next week, they've better interacted. I don't give a fuck if it's a collision.
Ospreay's not going to be there next week.
Rampant. He's out again?
Ospreay's taking this coming week off.
That's good. That's great. Build your. See, that's what I'm saying.
And when's Forbidden Door?
Fuck June 30th. You can't.
So they're going to build it the week. They're going to extremely build it the week of.
Like, how do you do that? This could be one of the best matches. No bullshit. One of the best matches ever in AEW history out of the 5 years that they've been around.
Because I don't
this could be a number one match.
And you know what? Like,
and they're not building it.
Yeah, but all the shots that I take and things like that, I do it as a joke. But and this is 100% truth. You could clip this, reel this. This is how I seriously think it happened.
I'm only doing it if AI does it. I'm not clipping.
They don't care about gaining a new audience. They're happy with the audience that they have, and that's what they're going to book for. They're going to book for the audience that they have and for what Tony likes. They don't care about getting any casual fans. And if that's the way you want to do your business model,
How
fine.
can you do that?
Because
How can you not? Your goal every day is to me
Because
is to
when
reach one more person.
the second he sits
And I'm
there,
not even talking about like turn one more person from WWE. Like no, just
There shouldn't be
get me
turning.
fucking interested.
there shouldn't be
in
turning.
your
You
product.
can watch both. Payne and I, we both watched WCW and WWE. It was a lot of work running from fucking room to room, but we were able
I
to
didn't
watch.
have to do that. I just watch Raw.
We watch both. You can watch and enjoy both. You can critique both. We have no problem critiquing WWE, but they're kind of firing on all cylinders for the most part. But they're happy with the core fan base that they have because it's a never-ending bank account. It doesn't matter.
Well, be that as it may.
And I really hope they get this deal with HBO where they get to go on HBO Max and they're on a streaming service.
Who's getting Max? AEW?
That's
I mean, again, bravo if you can do it. But I can
That's
only
what it's
imagine
all
Tony
leaning
Khan
to.
sitting in a boardroom with Max, and Max is like, "So how many guys you got watching?" It's like $1 million, $2 million a week, and they're like, "Well," and then they slide over the paper.
But
and
here's
you're
my
like,
thing:
"Ah,
I
fuck."
think you'll get more with that because then you don't have to worry about the live viewership. Like even with WWE going to Netflix with Raw, you're not going to have to worry about the live viewership.
Yeah, but see, I don't think we live in a world now where it's DVR anyway, so nobody actually gives a shit
There ain't
about
there's
live
not going to be any
audience.
commercials.
There'll be commercial space and ad space bought
You
all
don't have
over
to-
the place.
You
You'll
don't have
see
to worry.
DraftKings shit all over the fucking ring and
Yeah,
arena.
but you don't have to worry about overruns and things like that. So will that make it a better program if you get people that actually know what they're doing? Yes. I think having Christopher Daniels basically impersonate Adam Pearce doesn't really work. But I think they're honestly doing that because you can't give Tony a live mic because he's just too awkward. It doesn't work.
Yeah, it's just whatever.
I
I
try-
met the guy for about a half a second, and even that was awkward.
I like to bust balls because it's fun. Everybody's like, oh, everybody jumps on the AEW bash train. Yes, because it's fun and it's funny. I want to see them succeed because I like watching wrestling, but I'm not geared up to watch AEW every Wednesday night because I could just watch the good clips of it on fucking YouTube, which is mostly now it's going to be MJF, maybe some Swerve stuff. I don't really care about Moxley if he's ever on TV. Wheeler Yuta never fucking did it for me. I almost called him fucking, what the hell's the other one that's in the BCC? Claudio. I was almost going to call him his name in WWE. Fucking such a mark.
the fuck was his name in WWE again?
Cesaro.
Yeah, Cesaro.
Okay.
Like he doesn't do
I was
much.
drawing a blank there.
He doesn't do much for me in the BCC because it was created by.
BCC doesn't do shit for me because it's just like, again, it's like a smorgasbord of who's who. It's almost like the Four Horsemen, but like Wish version.
They tried to do something with Yuta. It didn't really work.
He ain't a draw. That's it. And I'm sorry.
Like
He's just
over there
not.
for me, Takeshita, I really like watching him work. It's just I think there's that international gap to where you just can't.
And I think they have something with the Don Callis family because that motherfucker he can do a promo, right? Like Callis can get people pissed off. Run with that. Don't start throwing all these random ass fucking factions together because you just don't have a spot for them anywhere else. The learning tree thing,
And that's what it feels
is the
like.
dumbest thing I've ever fucking seen. If you watched their entrance last night, it was so stupid. It was dumb, and none of it is good. Big Bill, whatever the fuck his name is, he's like, oh, Chris, the sun is shining. I'm always in a better mood when the sun is shining. Like, what are we talking about here? It's like everybody's got fucking, they're all, see, I pumped the brakes. But it's like they're all just a special cat. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like,
just a special.
what are we
cat. I
doing?
like
And
that.
the other guy, the little dude, the little black guy, I forget his name.
Brian Keith.
Him too.
Right?
He's another one. He's like, oh, is he supposed to be like the pit bull of the group? Like, oh, yeah, he's got a short fuse. Like, okay. Like, I can't get behind it. And then Jericho's like, come on, camera crew, come along. He's making a mockery of this shit because he knows he can. He knows he's going to get the airtime. And he knows Tony ain't going to say shit
And he
to
knows
him.
it pisses people off. And that's the whole reason why he's doing it.
And there's heat, and then there's annoyance. There's heat by me tuning in and watching and saying, man, I fucking hate this guy. Man, do I hate this guy.
Look-
But the bad heat is when you go, man, I hate this guy. click.
And that's what happens.
And that's what's happening.
If you look at the segment by segment breakdown that they do,
which I hate, by the way.
But it's telling. It's very telling. Because, like I said, it's the
like they got a fucking robot monitoring when you change the channel.
It's the Price is Right fucking yodeler guy. It's going down and then starts to come back up, and then it goes back down again.
Actual retail price is $1 billion apparently with fucking Tony Khan.
And then you got Collision that had their lowest fucking viewership ever.
It's because Kevin wrestled. I'm kidding. But seriously, like
1 week, I think it was like 122,000 people watched.
Once again, man. Once again. And this is, again, you are running against right now. And I expect their numbers to get better because right now you're running against the NHL Stanley Cup. You're running against the NBA Finals.
Collision's not a good show anymore.
It really isn't. And they really had a shot to make this a new little injection of fucking.
Look, we went to
one. It was great. It was great. We saw fucking Beefcake and Bronson do their thing, and like
that was for Ring of Honor.
Whatever, we were there, right? And like it's just, I don't know.
It was it was a different show.
Yeah,
it was a different show.
And
now
again,
it's just
I'm
more.
trying.
Now it's just more of the same. Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. Like
cut one show.
How Rampage is still a thing.
Right.
I don't know.
Are they still starting that shit at like 10 o'clock at night? Or is that like 8 o'clock?
I think it's still like 10 o'clock.
What the fuck are we doing?
Right after SmackDown.
We'll show them. Like, that's the thing. Because you know what? The hardcore wrestling fan will actually watch 2 hours of SmackDown and then flip on over and watch AEW. Not this guy. I'm not doing it. There's no way.
No.
You cannot treat these shows like they're the actual B shows of your company. Because everybody knows it's Dynamite Wednesday night. You know what that means. You know what I mean? Like, that's your show. Everything else you're trying to do is just a waste of fucking time.
Wednesday and Saturday. They should keep the Saturday show. You need to book it better. You need to book it the way you were booking it before. And then Tony in an interview said, I love Ricky Starks. I can't wait to get him back. Get him back where? Where did he go? Where the fuck did he go? He's been sitting at home. You know where he's going to go?
He's at home washing his tights.
Yeah. You know where he's going to go? He's going to go right over to WWE. He's going to go right to NXT. And you can make all the jokes that you want about, NXT ain't what it used to be. Well, you can start to build it that way.
And guess what? It's getting there. You brought in Ethan Page. You got the crossovers now with fucking TNA.
Moose needs to show up.
All that shit.
Moose needs to show up. They need to have Braun Breaker in NXT for like a night. Moose needs to show up and attack Braun Breaker, and they need to have Braun Breaker and Moose in the NXT fucking ring.
I like that. Yeah, so that's our AEW for the week. I mean, again, I root for it. I hope it does well.
Like I said, I make jokes. I want it to be good, but I'm not going to sit here and pick
You're not going to gaslight anybody.
All the little good things about it and blow it up like these people do. Like, oh my God, did you see that? It meant nothing. It meant nothing. It's not doing anything. I'm sorry. It's just not.
So anyway, that's a show. Anything else? Thinking off the top of my head, a shout out to Mr. Joe Bronson. Talked to him this I think it was 2 nights ago. I said, "Hey Joe, anything cool happened the last couple days?" Completely no selling him. But yeah, shout out. Listen, man, live your life. Block the hate.
Yeah, good for you, man.
Good for him.
Good for you.
He was. I'll tell you right now, Bronson is one of the nicest people. This is a true story. 2018. I was down on my luck and my it was just a rough time for me. And he was the one, I'll never forget, it was a Pennsylvania show. It was an outdoor carnival type show for WrestlePro. And he just pulled me aside and he's just like, "Hey man, are you okay?" Nobody's ever asked me if I was okay. I just kind of went about my day every day and just kind of grinded and this, that, and the third. And and he's the one who made me search out a therapist and start talking to people and start talking about my mental health and shit. And he was the reason.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget that. So the fact that
I was gonna message him too, but I'm like, you know what? He's probably getting reached out by so many people.
I mean, look, listen, he responded to me like 9 hours later. So it's like, he's definitely overflowing.
I was definitely gonna let that, I retweeted everything that he did, and I think it's awesome. I'm glad that you let everybody know and you got that monkey off your back. And I seriously think if more people start to do that, you don't have to. Listen, it's 2024. There's nothing to hide anymore.
Really, bro. It's like, and I understand that sometimes when the month of June rolls around, that the people are just like, this might be a good time. This might be a good time. Of course it's a good time because everybody's really embracing everything that people are doing. And if you want to live that lifestyle and this is something that's been eating at you and you have to let it all go, do it. Do it whenever you want to do it. You don't have to wait till June, man.
It's crazy.
It kind of troubles me that he waited this long.
But
Because if that was...
You look at him, and this is how you know that, like, some people are very good at hiding their feelings. Because you'd look at him, and you'd never think that it was something that was, like, kind of eating him up inside.
Never.
You can always tell with somebody, like, it's eating them up, and then when they finally they let it out, and,
So,
it's like
Tommy,
that
I'm giving
monkey
you
off
the
their
platform right now. Go ahead. Do it.
back. I like salad.
So shout out to Bronson. You're the man, bro. We love you over here at the Fight Factory, of course.
Absolutely.
And come fall, we're going to get you and the Gnome booked up and get you guys on the next show.
I want to wrestle Boulder.
No, you fucking don't. He'll kill you.
I want to wrestle Boulder. I want to wrestle Boulder and Payne in a handicap match.
You know what is wrong with you? You're just asking for it. I talked to Tommy not too long ago. Another Tommy in my life. Jesus Christ. You all got to go away. Like, there's too many Tommies. I'm going to start labeling you guys. Like, if you go to the Tommy in my phone, it's like the phone wants to explode. Like, which one do you mean? There's like 17,000 of them. But I have him as Beefcake in my phone. So that's why.
That was his original gimmick.
It was. It was a lot of fun.
It's a little hot in here.
Yeah, hot in these rhinos. Anyway, for Dave Sturchio, Tommy Dee over there, Shay behind the glass, and of course, Payne on one happy island. We hope you guys have a great week. Enjoy the wrestling. Enjoy SmackDown. Enjoy Collision. Enjoy Rampage. Enjoy everything. Because that's the name of the game. Enjoy pro wrestling. We'll see you guys next time. Peace. This guy checks his phone.